Hey y'all, what's going on? This is J Marie of J Marie Booklets, and today I'm making a video talking about why does gossip exist in the workplace. And this doesn't necessarily apply to just the hospital. It can also apply to anywhere you work. Some of these reasons that I thought of apply to other places too, but that I worked at in the past. But I have 4 reasons why gossip exists in the workplace. And I know Dave Ramsey, he hates gossip, but there's a reason why it's there, So the first reason that I came up with is that there's no transparency between management and employees. So when things go on that the employees should know, it's all hush-hush. It's a big secret. So, if someone gets fired or someone quits and it's all hush-hush, there's a reason why it's hush-hush, And so I always pay attention to when stuff is hush-hush. Because if somebody get a 2 weeks notice, what's the big secret about that? But 9 times out of 10, something happened and it wasn't, amicable. Even though the person gave their 2 weeks, management probably got mad because that's what you should do. You should give your 2 weeks. And but when it become hush hush on why they left, then something else happened. So now everything that goes on in a company, the employees don't need to know, but there are a lot of things that they do need to know. So I remember one time there was this guy who came in the hospital and walked all around the hospital, like everywhere. He was down in mother baby, which is like after the woman has the baby, her and the baby are on that unit. The NICU is down there, the PICU is down there, Peds are all down there. This boy was everywhere in the hospital, and he was recording. So he had a camera somewhere on him. He was recording, walking all through the hospital, everywhere in the hospital. And he said, because he posted on his YouTube, that he can just walk in this hospital and kill everybody, which was true, because the security is like, but anyway. So they kept it hush hush. Well, somebody, I guess somebody who knows somebody at the police station got a hold of the bulletin, because they were looking for him, because they knew who he was, but they were looking for him. And they got a hold of the bulletin. They made copies, posted it everywhere, like in the parking garage, on people's cars, because somebody who knows somebody, because this whole area, everybody knew everybody. And put it on the cars, and like this why they were looking for him. This dude was in the hospital just with a camera talking about he can kill everybody. And so, but then the management knew about it, and they kept it hush hush. So they knew, and they kept it hush hush. So when employees found out, oh my goodness, they was hot and scared. Then the boy came into the hospital again. So because we all knew what he looked like, because we had all seen the like, I don't want to say wanted poster, but it was like a police bulletin. We had all seen it, so we knew what he looked like. He was on the floor above me. So where I worked, he was not, this before I went to the ICU. He was on the floor above me, okay? And one of the nurses recognized him and called the police. I don't even think she called like management, charge nurse. She called the police. They had the hospital on lockdown. Child, I didn't know what was going on. We just knew that night shift couldn't come in, but we didn't know why night shift couldn't come in. And then finally, because some night shift got in, because night shift get there early, but some they couldn't come in. And then they was like, the hospital, they got police surrounded. The police is surrounding the hospital, and the hospital was on lockdown. Couldn't. Oh my God! I called my nephew, because my mom is a nurse, so she had already left to go to work, because this is like night shift, about to be changed of shift. So my mom is a nurse. She works nights. She was about to go to work, so she had already left. So my nephew was at home until I came. And so I called him. I was like, JJ don't come home. That's my nickname, JJ. If JJ don't come home, call grandma at work. Call up to her job and ask to speak to her. Because like, we don't even know mama. We don't even know mama. Look, We don't know my mama work number. This has always been like that. We don't know her, because we be asleep at night. We don't call her. And so I was like, call grandma job, this the number, and tell you need to talk to her. Like, it had the operator page her, and, you know, because, like, I could be dead up in here. And so they eventually got him. He was visiting his grandmother. His grandmother was a patient, and he came on up in there to go see his grandmama. Like, dude, they got a police bulletin for you. Yeah, all on YouTube talking about you can come shoot up this place and this and that, and then you come back up in here. They've been looking for you. I mean, they knew who he was, but they couldn't find him. I don't know why they couldn't find him. And then he come back up in there. But the issue was management knew, and they never said anything, because this was probably about a month later. So when he came in there filming, we didn't find out till a month later that he did that, and that he had been up in there and he said all this. So, you know, that's what I mean by transparency. There's no transparency between management and employees. That's something that the employees need to know. That's something you need to know. That somebody don't threaten to kill. Okay? Now, we know when everybody threatened to sue. We all know that. They always threatening to sue the hospital for whatever, because the mama didn't get, you know, her bread that she asked for dinner. We all know that. But, like, when somebody threatened to come up in there and shooting, and they done been everywhere, they down in mother and baby area and peas and where all the little kids are, they just walking through there like no security. But anyway, let me hush. So, come on now. He can come up in there with a gun and shoot up everybody. But that was big old hush hush. And so, that's one of the reasons people gossip. That's the only way you're gonna know what's going on. Is you gotta gossip with each other. Like, that's the only way. Because you don't know nothing else. Somebody who knows something, go and tell somebody, and then that's how I get around, because ain't nobody else telling nothing. And so then the second reason is favoritism. You know, you have a lot of bosses, they had their favorites. It's one thing, one of the things I noticed is that the favorites are usually lazy. They are like the laziest whatevers. Like, men, women, they just the laziest. And I guess that's how they get through life. Just being lazy, because they know they lazy, and they get up under the boss. They all in the boss's behind. And so that's how they get ahead, is by being, you know, the teacher's pet. I know we had this one where we had a CNA who was always, this was on the same floor, always, you know, God is great, God is good. Don't get me wrong, I believe in God, I'm a Christian. But she took it to the max. But she was lazy. She was lazy. She always trying to pray for somebody instead of cleaning and doing what you're supposed to do as CNA. She too busy trying to pray for them and all this, and you know, she was doing the most. And so, but she was the boss's. She was in the boss's behind. And one day, it was Good Friday. I want to say it was Good Friday. One of them days. It was like Easter weekend, and she was supposed to work. And apparently, now you always Jesus this and God that, and you would think you would have requested those days off, because we make our own schedule. You would have think she would have requested it off, but she didn't. And so she was supposed to work. I guess she realized that it was Easter, Good Friday, and so she went to the boss, because she was in the boss's behind. She went to the boss, said, "Can I have this day off?" The boss told her yes. The boss did not take her off the schedule. So we come in there, and they was like, "Where's so-and-so?" You know, they calling her at home. No answer. Finally, she answered, and she was like, "I'm not working today. I got the day off." No, you don't. And they were like, "No, you supposed to be, you on the schedule to work." "No, I'm not working today. I told the boss, and the boss gave me the day off." So then she got mad, the girl that's supposed to work, and called the boss, ticked off that they called her. So then the boss got mad and called up there, going off on the charge nurses. But you didn't take her off the schedule. You ain't say nothing to nobody. You didn't take her off the schedule. Like, why are you yelling? Why are you yelling at the charge nurses? Because you just gave her the day off. You didn't tell nobody. You didn't take off the schedule. You didn't do nothing. You just told her she had a day off and went on about your business. Like, you know, and then the girl got the nerve to have attitude. But that's, you know, that's what it is. And so, you know, people don't like that. And you best believe we talked about both of them. We talked about both of them the whole day. Okay, both of they behinds. Because now they got to redo the schedule for the CNA. So now the CNA going to have more patients. Or, you know, they got to try to find, you know, pull somebody from another floor to come help because we were the biggest floor. Like, that ain't right. And we're going to talk about both of y'all for the rest of the day. Okay? Okay? Both of you going to be everything but a child of God. Okay? Because that ain't right. So that, you know, the favoritism, that is like oh my, y'all don't even understand. Like, there are some things I can't stand. I can't stand people lying to me. I can't stand being lied on. And I can't stand that favoritism. That just, Because, see, I've been on call everybody out, you know. I can't stand that favoritism. And you see it's usually the laziest so-and-sos. And so that's another reason why gossip exists. That's the reason why people be talking about other folks in the workplace, because of that. And then the third reason is management does not listen to the suggestions. They'll ask you your opinion. They'll ask you if you have any suggestions. You give the suggestions, and then they don't even do nothing. So, like, you know, one of the suggestions in the ICU was can you stop working us to death? Can you stop trying to have one person do the job of 10 people? Like, can you please? We got enough staff. We got enough staff that's willing to work. No. But then you buy a flat screen TV in all the break rooms. Ain't nobody asked for that. The money you spent on them 50-inch flat screen TVs in all the break rooms, you could have gave us something. You know what I'm saying? Could you stop working us to death? No. Then why you ask? And nobody even asked for them dang TVs. Because when we in there watching them? We ain't in there watching them. You know nurses don't take breaks. Nurses don't eat lunch. When they watching them. And then the fourth reason why gossip exists, you know, because, you know, they mad. You know, like, stop trying to kill us. You're trying to kill us. So when we do have a chance to talk, we talking about you. Because you're trying to kill us. And then the fourth reason is that there is no work. So I remember when I used to work at this one company, we were starting to go into the recession in 2008. And, you know, I did one thing, but then because I was so good, they asked me to do more, like old accounts receivable. So I started doing that. But the other people, they just had what we originally did for our department. And then when the recession started in 2008, it was like no work for them. So they sitting there talking to each other. I'm the only one working. Well, you already know what happens when you ain't no work to be done and you sitting there talking. You start gossiping. You start, girl, girl. You know, you telling all your business. You telling all somebody else's business. I'm sitting there working. They sitting there doing nothing because there ain't enough work. So that's what happens. Those are in my opinion, are the reasons why gossip exists in the workplace. There's no transparency between management and employees. Favoritism. Suggestions aren't listened to. You ask the question, but then I don't even know why you asked. And then there's no work. I mean, you got people. If you don't have enough work for the people to do. I mean, I know the last thing you want to do is lay off. I know that's the last thing you want to do, but you know what? You own a business. That's what you gotta do. I mean, it's just so you have them sit there talking to each other all day. I mean, people talk. And they tell their business, and they tell other people business too. That's what they do. So those are my 4 reasons why gossip exists in the workplace. Is it harmful? Yeah, gossip is harmful. But gossip is also, I think, necessary depending on the type of workplace. You know, it depends on what type of workplace you're in. That's the only means of communication. So that's all I got for you. Y'all can follow me on my blog. It's jmarieBooklets.com. That's where I talk about being a health unit coordinator. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.